who is a mystery storyteller coming all the way from Bengaluru in India. She is Ramya Srinidhi, and she comes to us from the Sacramento Storytellers. She will be bringing us something from Hindu mythology. And Ramya is a passionate storyteller, actor, and educator, and also founder of the Indian Kamishi Bai Association. Ramya says that her favorite character or hero is the Hanuman, the monkey god, because her mother told her that Hanuman will always help her get rid of her troubles and that she needed to honor him. Now on to Ramya.
Is my audio clear? Am I audible? Perfect. Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararam Kalatmaka Parameshwara Ram. Oh, oh, you have already arrived. I am very sorry. I was making arrangements for this celebration. Please excuse, I am making arrangements for this big celebration that is happening today. This palace has not seen a moment of joy for the last 14 years. These walls have not been adorned with flowers. These lamps have not been lit. The corridors have lived in dark for the last 14 years. Oh, but today everything is going to change. Prince Ram is coming back after 14 years to this palace. Please excuse me. In my excitement, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I am Tara, and I am one of the dancers of this palace. This palace is Ayodhya. It is somewhere in northern part of India, and it was ruled by a great and a powerful king called Dasharatha. He had 4 sons, and Prince Ram was the first of the 4 sons. Ram grew up from being a fine little boy to a young, handsome prince. He had mastered all the Vedas, Upanishads, you name it. He had mastered them all. I must have been a very young girl back then in the spring of my youth when this palace was getting ready for the coronation of my king, the Prince Ram, who was now ready to take on as the future king of Ayodhya. What a day it was, I tell you. We dancers were practicing day and night with our best moves, the finest expression, beautiful jewelry. We wanted to give the best during the celebration. Chefs from far and wide had come down to make special savories and dishes. Cashew nuts and raisins roasted in fine ghee, and the aroma had encompassed the entire palace. Vedas and Upanishads could be heard from faraway temples. But then soon there was silence everywhere. Due to an ugly turn of events, Prince Ram, his newly wedded wife, had to leave the palace and go live in the forest, a life of exile for 14 long years. His young brother Lakshman also followed him, and the 3 of them left to the forest. Since that day, this palace has lived in silence. Well, Ram went to the forest, and we heard that he had to face many, many hardships. The worst of it being that his wife was abducted by the king of Lanka. Ram lived a life of an ordinary man in the forest, and he was no match to the mighty army of Ravan. But with the help of a monkey army, he was able to go to Lanka and face Ravan. Put up a brave fight. The battle lasted for several days. There were casualties and death on both sides. But everything came to an end when Ram defeated Ravan. Ravan, they say, had 10 heads. But they really, literally 10 heads? Or the knowledge and wisdom that not one, but 10 heads could hold? Whatever it was, whatever and however great and powerful Ravan was, he now lay on the battlefield, breathing heavily and waiting for death to come. Ram looked at his brother and said, "Quick, Lakshman, go. Go seek out the knowledge from Ravan. He knew a lot." Lakshman was surprised by the strange order of his brother, but did execute his order. He went up to Ravan, stood towering near his head, and he said, "I am Lakshman, the brother of Ram. You have abducted his wife Sita and you have been punished for that crime. As a victor who has the right to everything, your knowledge included. If you have any honor, pass on your knowledge," said Lakshman. Well, Ravan only turned his head to the other side, angering Lakshman, who came back and reported this to Ram. Ram smiled at his brother. He discarded his weapons and he walked up to Ravan. He sat near his feet and put his palms together and bowed. He said, "O noble one, O Ravan, the son of Kaikesi and Visharavas, devotee of Lord Shiva, I am Ram. I am Ram who was responsible for mutilating the body of your sister, and I have been duly punished. I am Ram whose wife you abducted, and you have been duly punished. We owe each other no debts, but I come here with my arms folded, seeking the knowledge that you knew. If you would like to pass on your legacy, please give me your knowledge." Like a dying lamp restored to life with a fresh offering of oil, Ravan's eyes lit up. He looked at Ram and he said, "O great king, I realize that I have never seen you, Ram. I have only seen you as the man who was respected, admired by everyone, loved by your wife Sita. But I have truly not seen you. And only today, only now that I see you, Ram." So saying, he willingly gave away all his knowledge to Ram. They say that it is not how you treat your friends that speak of your true personality. It is how you treat your enemies that speak of who you truly are. How do you treat your enemies? Well, we heard several stories of Ram during his stay in the forest, but this story has put him on a divine pedestal for me. And now 14 days of his exile and hardship are over, and he is coming. He's coming with his wife and Lakshman to the palace of Ayodhya. And we have lit up lamps all through the way, leading him to this palace. Oh, looks like the chariot is almost approaching the palace. I have to take leave of you now. I still have several preparations to make, but do stay back for the celebrations. Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararam Kalatmaka Parameshwara Ram.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ramya. It was beautiful how you integrated classical dance into your performance today. And your costume and your decorations were beautiful. And you lit the ceremonial lamp, which made it extra special. So on that note,